Well executed.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Goff. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing Jones. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the double. You're not ready. You're not ready. Rush in. Rush in. Go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tighten up. Tighten up.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And that was look ahead because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now a first down throw. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 9, Goff. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 33. And Woods has it complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Gone. Rolling to his right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Let's go. Let's do it. Like 20. 56. Check pass. Check pass. 5. 56. Hey, Orbit. Watch the pass. 56. Mike.
On first down, it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Here we go. Hey, watch it, watch it. Hey.
Now Gallman. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Gallman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is, his first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And that one's complete to Gurley. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long. It's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And Zerline's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Jones now. Throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Three buzz.
Hustle, hustle. Shoot.
And an alley to run. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Alpha. Hey, Sam off.
Hey, alert 3, alert.
Yo, go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman.
His guys take over first and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to
A final shot before break here. Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go.
Back back to throw. Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 13. Check 13.
2nd and long. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open space, and then you're in sync with your quarterback. He should be reading the exact same thing, and they put the ball right on you.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Yes.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. That's complete to Gallman. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Rosa's kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 24-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he goes out right around the 39.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. 3 on Bonnie Calhoun, a sack coming off the corner blitz. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Gurley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. They'll roll him out right. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it'll bring up third down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. They only need a yard here. Third down and 1 after the penalty. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Go.
Here's Jones to throw again. And he completes it to Hunt. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Now.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. There he goes left side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas True Blue on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll have a first down past the 40. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. To throw is Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Now a first down throw. Gone. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go.
Now Goff on third and goal. Escaping the pressure right. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Even after the penalty, trailing in the 4th. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
This is taken at the 3. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. He gets it to Cooks. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Throwing on third. Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And able to find Higbee. It's complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Brandon Cooks. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Here's Goff. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the fourth.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Hunt. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now Jones on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Now Goff on 1st down. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Tonight's final score